I used to obsess over productivity. I used to set my alarm for 4 a.m. just so I could squeeze in a morning workout, answer emails, write a YouTube script, batch prep breakfast for the kids, or do all of these things at once before everyone else woke up. And going to bed just thinking about that early morning set me up to fail. It drove up my cortisol, it increased my anxiety, it perpetuated a cycle of insomnia that ultimately ruined my health and my happiness. And while my anxiety disorder warranted medication and a lot of therapy, doing this one thing made a huge difference in my day. I stopped setting an alarm to wake up. Let's be real. Aren't kids the best alarms money can't buy? Us moms wake up from the faintest little squeak from our littles, and I feel so much more of a natural drive to get out of bed when they're calling my name versus when my iPhone is barking obnoxiously to do some arbitrary to-do list that I made up myself. Now, I realize it's a privilege and a luxury for me to be able to modify my day to meet my own mental health needs, but letting go of the need to utilize every single moment of the day for productivity has ironically made me even more productive. It's definitely improved my sleep. Now, it's not perfect, but here's how I start my day. Also, a big reminder that this is my morning, not yours, so do not attempt to copy it in any way. As always, please speak to a healthcare provider about your unique needs, and a big thank you to Copilot for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get into my day. So on weekday mornings, my hubs takes the kids while I go and get a quick workout in. Now, as part of my SIBO protocol, I start with a scoop of partially hydrolyzed guar gum, aka sun fiber, which is a prebiotic fiber supplement that helps to gently improve motility during SIBO recovery. Now, as you can see, this is not my home gym. I'm actually at the cottage camping out with the kids during Omicron, so I don't have all of my regular gear, but I can still get a solid workout in thanks to Copilot. So Copilot is a one-on-one fitness and nutrition experience where you fill out a survey, they match you with a coach, and you set up your fitness goals and plan. Now, whenever you work out, the system will automatically track your sets, your pacing, and your range of motion, and your coach will be with you to guide you through. They can work with whatever equipment and space you have and whatever time you have available, so it's really ideal for folks with chaotic schedules like me or when I'm traveling and not with all of my gear at home. I've been working with Darian, who is an actual real person that I've actually met virtually, to discuss my goals and my fitness level and my time commitment. She then creates real video workouts uniquely for me at scheduled times in the week, and she can track my activity and then send lots of tips, videos for form, and of course motivation through the app. I literally have all of the benefits of in-person training working with Darian, but with way more convenience, safety, and of course, a more reasonable price. I really can't imagine a reason to ever go back. So if you want to check out Copilot yourself, check out my link in the description to get 20% off of your own Copilot experience plus a 14-day free trial. So I don't usually make special breakfasts like this. Usually I just piece together random things to make a relatively balanced meal for myself. But about twice a week, I try to do some like batch breakfast things for the kiddos. That way, since I am waking up basically at the same time that they are, when they are already hangry and, you know, looking for breakfast, I just kind of pull it out of the fridge. So that way, when they wake up early and I'm basically waking up at the same time, I've already got something in the fridge that I can just rewarm and throw on the table. So this is going to be their breakfast tomorrow, or second breakfast for them. The kids are playing hide and go seek, and I think I finally got a good batch. That way. Okay, so I've come up here to hide because it's my work hour right now, and I gotta make use of it. But first, coffee, essential for work. Breakfast, which I've got all the things, and I took my supplements. So there's a lot there, so let's break it all down. Step one, I got my soy milk latte in the best mug of all time, right here. As you guys know, coffee is a real ritual for me, so I really, really like to sit down, sip, and savor it in peace rather than like chugging it down while I'm like wrangling two children. So that's why I'm hiding up here to enjoy this little slice of heaven. It is my favorite part of the day, and it's something that I actually look forward to literally as soon as the cup is empty. So, and if you're wondering why I don't just have another one, it's because it's just not good for my anxiety and my sleep. Probably any coffee's not good for my anxiety and sleep, but you know, I also need to function. So there's that. Next, we've got breakfast. So I got my pancakes, whole grain pancakes with some blueberries and hemp hearts in there. And I also mashed up some ripe banana, which obviously the box of pancake mix does not call for, but it just adds natural sweetness. So this way I find the kids can even eat them just like as a handheld snack on the go, and they don't actually even need extra maple syrup necessarily. I actually ran out of maple syrup. I know, Canadian faux pas. So I've topped mine with some full fat Greek yogurt and some honey and some more hemp hearts and some more bloobs. Take a look at that. And because I'm trying to, you know, space out my meals here, I'm not done. So I've got a bowl of cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese. It's one of my favorite kind of sources of protein. More blueberries, because that's the last of the fruit that we have in the house before I go grocery shopping tomorrow. And I like a little crunch. So I have Life cereal, which is one of my current new favorites. So good. And in case I'm still hungry after all that, I grabbed a banana. Might not need it, but I just preferred to have all the things up here, so I don't need to go back down there and then, you know, there's a whole mommyitis situation happening, just trying to get myself back up here. And step 3, my supplements. If you guys have been following my SIBO saga journey, you know that there are a lot of supplements involved. And just based on where I'm at right now, I am taking a variety of things, mainly for my digestion. So yeah, I've gotten real good at taking a lot of pills in one gulp. I know it's a strange talent, but I'm proud of it. And I do not like to rush this part of my morning, but I also need to seriously utilize it for work. So I'm going to get to it. Somehow my coffee's already cold. I don't know how that happens. Low key, honey. Oh man, that was a squirter.
That's what she said.
Honey on pancakes is good, especially with blueberries. That is a match made in breakfast heaven. Okay, now is the really super boring part of my day. I basically just stare at a screen for an hour, but I'm trying to edit a few scripts to record when I get home next week, and also to coordinate with my team on today's YouTube video and TikTok video. But also, I just remembered something I need in my Instacart order, so I'm going to do that before I forget, because this is how my brain works. Got to add bread. How do I forget these things, honestly? Oh my goodness. So you have a sourdough. Done. We're in good shape. Also, wasn't planning on this being part of my morning routine video, but honestly, it's a very important part of my morning routine. I have to go use the washroom, so excuse me. Does anyone else feel like kind of anxious if they don't go when they normally go? Because I feel like I get up in my head, and we know how connected the brain is to the gut, and then it like makes me constipated for the day. Like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? That's the way anxiety works. So yeah, I'm very happy that nature is calling. So I'm gonna go answer the call. Oh man, I am kind of distracted by just like the beautiful snow and that bright white light outside. It is so mesmerizing and distracting, honestly. And I have to be honest, I was very hesitant to come up north because, you know, I was like, I'm gonna be so lonely. I don't have family help that I love. It's gonna be so cold. So much work with kids. I don't have the great setup that I have at home for life or for work or just the comforts of home. So yeah, I put up a real fight about it with my hubby. But honestly, this is really typical anxious Abby thoughts and behaviors, and I acknowledge that. I am really routine oriented, and it's very hard for me to switch up that routine, even if I know it's potentially better for my mental health or my physical health, just to try. Like, I described it to my husband as kind of having almost like a moment of panic anytime somebody asks me to, you know, change up my routine or my plan at a moment's notice. Your girl is not so spontaneous. But yeah, this is typical perfectionist type A behavior. And it definitely played a role in my past ED. So yeah, if you guys can relate to this mentality, definitely leave me a comment below. It's something I still struggle with today, but I'm definitely working on challenging myself a little bit outside my comfort zone. Hence why I'm here. Anyway, I'm justifying procrastinating right now because this is also kind of work, but I also have deadlines that I have to meet. So I am going to get back to my writing before I go hang out with the kids. Okay, so I've got about 30 minutes left in my little work morning here, and I have to take a quick call with my team. So it's so beautiful outside. It's actually quite mild this morning, so I figured I would take it on a little bit of a walk. So for my southern followers, welcome to Canada. This is going to be the most Canadian episode of Abby's Kitchen ever made. It is so nice to get outside. I haven't been able to do this every day up here because there have been some brutally cold days where we just have not left the house. But the daylight is so good for me. There's research to suggest that it helps to boost serotonin levels, and the juxtaposition against the darkness at night helps with melatonin and therefore sleep. So I do sleep quite well up here, partially because it's so quiet, especially compared to the city. And also I think the juxtaposition between the brightness of day and the darkness of night is really good for my hormones. So yeah, I am mindful of the time though. It's going to take me a good like 20 minutes to take all this gear back off. So I'm going to get to it. So that's my morning routine. And honestly, I don't feel like it's any less productive than my morning routine when I was purposefully waking up at 4 a.m. to do it all, because I just feel less dead inside. Honestly, more hours in the day to be productive is not really valuable when you spend most of those hours just like staring at a wall in misery or like scrolling through TikTok, or if you burn out in the process. So here's to 2022 without burnout. And on that note, it is officially noon, so I'm tagging in for parenting duties. Got to get my little one down for a nap. But a big thank you to Copilot for sponsoring this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on other topics you guys want to see me vlog about. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!